Good day, everyone. Today we are going to be showing you our part 2 of our greenhouse setup. This is a very large greenhouse slash high tunnel, and we are setting it up. We already put the frame in, like in the last video. If you didn't see it, click on the link in the description. This is part 2 of us reinforcing our greenhouse. So now, as you can see, the frame is up. It has about 9 of these areas thing. So with these types of greenhouses or high tunnels, you want to reinforce, because in this area, zone 7A, we have high winds. So with high winds comes a blown away greenhouse or high tunnel. What we have here, let me just show you around here, is that we have reinforcements. Now, a lot of people use stones or things like that, but we reinforce with rebarb, and we also reinforce with landscaping material and these very about 9-foot tall green stakes. So, and then we have this to put on the ground to reinforce in case moles and animals or rodents come up underneath the ground. And we have these, we're going to place these stakes right here on each end of our high tunnel slash greenhouse, and those are going to reinforce to make sure it doesn't come out of the ground or fly over once we put the heavy plastic on it. We have these to place in on these parts of the greenhouse just to reinforce that on the outside. And then we have these right here that you screw all the way into the ground to reinforce the bottom. Now, after we do all of that, we use these zip ties to reinforce the plastic onto our greenhouse. Now, these are the zip ties that we use, and then this is the heavy plastic that we use. Also, later on in the season, what we like to do as well, we like to double the plastic. So we get rolls and rolls of plastic to put over the greenhouse. So sometimes the sun damage, as you can see, today is a beautiful day. Sun is out beaming, really nice and perfect day, and the ground is quite soft. And so this is a perfect day to, inshallah, get out here and reinforce. And we'll show you a little bit of update of our greenhouse over here. And also, we are still doing our transferring some of our seedlings inside the greenhouse, in our houses, and putting them into bigger pots so we can put our tables in this greenhouse right here and put them in here during the latter parts of the winter. So please stay tuned, and please subscribe, and please get out there and start anything. Even if you don't have to do anything on this scale, start something in your house, anything like that. And we have videos on how to do that as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Stay tuned. Before we get started, we have another outdoor section as well that one of our sons are doing, which is excellent. He's doing all of this with a little bit of help, recycled material. Raised beds, center block raised beds. We got our fruit trees in here. We got new trees over there. We got beds. So it's a large project, and he's landscaping as well, and making some from the material from our property, making a wooden, just literally out of twigs and sticks, a fence. So we'll see how that goes. So as you can see, he's already put down a lot of rocks, and this is recycled rocks as well from our property, and made a walkway, as you can see right here. So he's going all the way down here so we can get to this bed right here, making it all the way around here so we can get to this bed right here. And later on, once we're finished this and we plant our plants in here, we are going to be getting electric fence and things to keep the deer and the animals out. But this right here greenhouse has been standing here very secure, alhamdulillah. It's tied down, and we reinforced it with these recycled, just metal from anything that we had, and it's reinforced with the string. And as you can see, we leave it open so the wind can actually flow through, but we have material and like their tools in there and whatnot, and plants will be going in there soon as well in these pots. Now, this is a sumac tree. This is a sumac, okay, not the poisonous one, but this is a medicinal sumac tree right here that we planted. And this is our compost tumbler. As you can see right here, he's just built on today, built on 8 he built on a thing you open and close as a greenhouse. So he's gonna cover this with plastic, and then this will work as a greenhouse. And then right here we have an area where we put peas, anything that's climbing, he's gonna put there. So we can't wait till you all see the end product of his project, and it's going to be absolutely amazing, inshallah. This is the main walkway right here. So it's under construction now. I hope you all stay tuned and subscribe, and you do not want to miss the reveal of his area. Large, this has to be, I mean, I don't know how large it is, but it's a lot of beds. He has to add more in that area right here, but stay tuned. So what we're going to do, we're going to move this high tunnel greenhouse a little bit further down, closer to the tree, so it can have a little bit more reinforcement, because we have heavy winds, a little bit heavy winds here during the spring where all that rain and thunderstorms come. But we're going to take these apart. I don't know if these old kid scissors are gonna work, but I have other scissors, but I just didn't want to get it in the house. There we go. Take these apart, and we're gonna lay these on the four corners of this greenhouse right here, so we can reinforce it once we move it down. All right, everyone, now we are going to start putting up the green 6-foot stakes. I said 9 foot earlier, but they're actually 6 feet. So we're going to start putting these on each corner of the door of the greenhouse. So let's get that started. This one right here, this is the first pole we got near the door. And then we have the second one right here. And then we're going to go down here, and we're going to put the third green stake into the ground right here, right towards the fence. And make sure you hit it all the way till you get into here, because this holds it into the ground, anchors it into the ground. Now here we have the rebarb, and we're going to be hammering it on these areas where the long poles are right here. So we have quite a bit of them, and we're gonna do every other one and secure it. Kids, a beautiful day, so kids are in the background playing, so don't mind children. But we're gonna continue doing this every other one. So let's do this. Okay, so we added these right here on each of these poles, skipping one and skipping another right here. And then we put one mostly on the ends, just to keep the frame secure. And we put this right here as well, the green stakes, on each end of the doorways are. Now we are going to use zip ties, which are right here, really long ones, and we're going to add it to the pole right here, just like this. Let's get it secure. We're going to add the zip ties to our bottom to secure it onto the frame. We're going to add 2 of them. You can get the larger zip ties, but we have these ones, so these ones would do, inshallah. And so what we're doing right now is we're securing it on to the frame of our greenhouse. And we're going to be doing this with all of inside of the greenhouse. Just like this. You see how tight it is? Doesn't move. Alright, so now next we're going to do with the green stakes that we put in near the door. We're going to be using rope that we cut into 4, and we're going to be tying. Just like this. Real tight, making sure you get that pole really close to the galvanized steel frame, and just double knot it. And then to reassure it, we use a zip tie. I don't know if you can see that. A zip tie right here to reassure it, to secure it. So We'll be doing this, another one at the bottom, and 2 on the other side, and also on the end. So now what we're doing is cutting the zip tie in so they won't be pointy and creating holes in the plastic. So we're going to do them with all of these. We're going to cut all the zip ties down. We'll be back. So now with these little rubber pieces, we're going to be adding them on each end to fill in the holes, and using a rubber mallet and banging it in. We're going to put those on all sides. Now we are going to the next part, which is laying out the cover for the high tunnel greenhouse. It's pretty big, so you want to lay it out really good before we put it down. Alright, so now here is the entire plastic. As you can see how big it is. And this is the high tunnel greenhouse. And so we are going to get these. They actually have windows as well. As you can see, these are little window air for ventilation on both sides. And so we're going to try to secure this in. We are pulling the cover, the high tunnel cover over. As you can see, this is how it looks. The windows very large. We have to tie this down, and then we have to even it out a little bit because the door is right here. But so far we're going to even it out and show you all the result. So alhamdulillah, we got the greenhouse high tunnel plastic on. Now we opened up all of these ventilation windows, so that the wind thrust won't work, because as you can see, it's kind of windy out here. Not that windy, so the wind will kind of like break if you open up these windows, and it won't blow the plastic as much. But we're going to secure it down more with some landscaping timbers, but we'll take you on the inside shortly. But right now we are going to be doing some tying down with the green ties to secure it to the ground on this way. And then we're going to be using these to put into the ground and then tie it down. Now we are placing the tie down in the green screen and tying down the plastic of the greenhouse. Make sure that is really tight so the plastic won't fly away, as well as we're going to be putting the timbers on the end, inshallah. So let's do all 4 sides. All right, so alhamdulillah, we are complete with putting the plastic cover over our greenhouse. We've used some center blocks to hold it down a little bit more, and then we tied, of course, the green ties. Put little boulders here to let people know that not to walk right there. And we opened up all the windows. But so far, this is how the greenhouse high tunnel looks. And we're going to be securing it more in the inside as well. But this is the other side right here. As you can see, more windows on that side. So a lot of ventilation windows for the summertime. And we're going to go inside. It's 2 doors, one on this end. And then we have a door on the other end, and this is the inside. Immediately, it's nice and warm in here. We're going to put some lights. We're going to place several lights on the top here. So you'll see that in our next video, inshallah, on our greenhouse high tunnel. But as you can see, this is how it looks. My voice sounds a little bit different in here because everything is airtight almost. We're going to be using landscaping timbers to reinforce the bottoms of these particular greenhouses. You have to reinforce the bottoms because they don't have that much ties. But this is so far how it looks on the inside. And the sun, as you can see, the wind already is blowing fairly hard, and it's not even that windy. So that's why it's important to secure it down at the bottom as well. But so far, this is the greenhouse. before we go, this is part 2, of course, of putting this high tunnel greenhouse together. It's going to take 3 parts because it takes a pretty long time. It takes a significant time, especially when you put in the reinforcements. But all along the ground here, we bought the bird net, and plus we bought some chicken poultry wire. So that's going to be going to cut down on any type of rodents coming through. That is going to help with rodent-free greenhouse high tunnel. So we're going to be putting that all along the ground. Mind you, this is 26 feet of high tunnel greenhouse. So stay tuned for that one on the next video as well, inshallah. We'd like to thank you for watching our put together of our greenhouse. It is time, even from small to big, time to get out there and put it up and put it together. Or do we have a little honeybee in here? But put it together and get these seedlings into your greenhouse. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next episode, inshallah.